What'd you think of the movie?
I love it, but
I've come from a faraway land while you're playing in the sand. I've been swinging them mangoes. You got your castle. I got my castle made of sand. Driving by motorbus like G's. People selling up streets. Got me buying gold bangles. You got your castle. I've got my castle made of sand. You can get at what you like. Me, I build my wall against the raging tide.
That was a long ride. That was about the worst traffic I've seen in my life. Hey! Traffic?
yeah.
Yay, Star Wars!
So we're going to Star Wars, and do you know what the story of Star Wars is?
No, not exactly.
I don't think he's seen a Star Wars movie.
Well, I've seen some as a child, you know, but I don't remember.
You
It's
don't
a long
remember
time
them?
ago.
That explains why you're less excited to see Star Wars than most people.
Got my castle made of sand. Wonder bread with a class got fed. Let it get up in my head, disappear into the back room.
Well, I'll be honest. I was looking forward to the new Star Wars like most of you guys, but I was pretty disappointed. It felt like a Star Wars-like movie, but it just didn't have that magic that the original had. It felt very forced. No pun intended. What'd you guys think of the movie?
Well, I don't know much about the old one, so for me, I just had fun, you know. It's like the, how do you say this? I mean, there's no preview for me, so it was fun. It was fun for me.
What'd you think of the movie?
I love it, but
You can't give that away for people that haven't seen the movie. What are
okay,
you
should
doing?
I say something? I should say something else. I love the movie, and I'm looking forward to maybe a sequel to it.
I guess these guys liked it a lot more
I
than
liked
me.
it a lot because I didn't watch the first 3 or the first 6. Was it 6?
He has no point of comparison.
Yeah, no point of comparison, so I liked it a lot. And, you know, the girl kind of looked like Bjork, so that was cool.
I'll be honest, I think that this one was not even as good as the prequels. And most people expected it to at least be better than the prequels. But it didn't even live up to that. I never really thought that in the year 2015 we would be going to see a Star Wars movie because I was such a big fan as a little kid and had all the toys. And
Well, I had a lot of toys myself.
I made my parents spend so much money buying me those toys. And did you see that Star Wars ad that I was just in, that we shot here in the Philippines?
No, I better check it out.
Well, I did a Star Wars ad, and finally Star Wars made me a little bit of money instead of me just forcing my parents to spend their money to buy me the toys. Mom and Dad, I got a little bit of the money back that you spent. I'm not going to pay them back for the toys, though. I still have the toys at their house in North Dakota.
You got toys, huh?
Yeah, a lot of them, even the Millennium Falcon. But I had that one was the expensive one. We had to get that years later at a garage sale.
Yeah, I had fun.
You got to see the Star Wars ad that I'm in that we shot here. It just came out like a couple weeks ago.
It's in your channel?
It's on Mikey Bustos' channel.
Alright, I'm going to check it out when I get home.
It has like well over 1 million views. They've been running it as an ad like before YouTube videos as a pre-roll ad.
Really?
Yeah, it's raining out here.
Thank you, sir.
Going down there.
She's calling you by name. Did you hear?
Yeah, I heard it.
Thank you.
I want to be under the sea.
All right, my friends, I'll be honest, I don't think I'm quite as big a Star Wars fan as many of you guys, but I'll share with you my history with Star Wars. When I was a little boy, about 5 years old, my mom said, we're gonna go Grandma and Grandpa's for dinner, but there's this movie coming on TV tonight that's a really great movie called Star Wars, and you'll love it. I'll set up the VCR and tape it while we're gone, and when you get home, you can watch it. When I got home and I watched that tape of Star Wars, it blew my mind. I fell in love with it. I had to see the other movies, then I had to force my parents to buy me a lot of those action figures, and my dad, is an old school tough guy, and he likes more like gladiator movies and westerns. He hated Star Wars. He said it was like watching someone play a video game. But even my dad had to admit Darth Vader was really cool. But as the years went by, I lost some of my love for Star Wars and I got more into conventional action movies like martial arts movies, tough guy movies, Stallone movies, Van Damme movies, Dolph Lundgren movies. But even years later, to this day, when I watch the first two Star Wars films, the original Star Wars and The Empire Strikes Back, a little bit less so Return of the Jedi, I have to admit, those are really great movies. Those are so entertaining, and I'm not usually into fantasy films, but when you're talking about fantasy stories, those are as good as it gets. I'm still touched to this day and still enjoy the originals quite a bit. And going into the new Star Wars, The Force Awakens, I really didn't know what to expect. I didn't expect it to be as good as the originals because those captured just some sort of special magic, and I knew Darth Vader wasn't going to be in this one. And Darth Vader, he really makes those original movies. A movie's only as good as its villain. And Darth Vader sets the bar really high. It's pretty hard to outdo Darth. But going into it, it felt and looked like a Star Wars-like movie, but it just felt like it was lacking something. However, it did have some good things about it, I have to admit. The action scenes were pretty good, but you kind of expect that in a big budget modern movie. And Harrison Ford, and I'm not the world's biggest Harrison Ford fan, but I have to admit when he was on screen, he really elevated this movie and he slipped right into character as if he never quit playing Han. Harrison Ford, man, he knocked it out of the park. But what did you guys think? Did you love the new Star Wars? Were you disappointed? Did you not really care about it one way or another? I'm sure a lot of you guys do care about it, but you can leave a comment, let us know your thoughts on the new Star Wars, and keep watching. We're coming back with a lot more good stuff.